I was feeling completely out of control. And I didn't realize it until it was a little bit beyond what I should have let go on. Now, I know that kind of sounds funny, a little bit of a different way to open up a video, but I want to describe the last 3 weeks have been a little bit challenging. I'd probably say maybe the last 4 weeks, because this would be the fourth week. I traveled for 3 weeks straight, and at some point, I started getting behind in my steps and just not really having made and honored my commitment to walking 13,000 steps a day. And it started when I was doing an on-site, and I did my arrangements were a little bit different than what I would normally do. So normally I would just get a hotel, get a rental car, scope out a place to walk, and work out either in the hotel gym or in my room, because I use the X3 bar. And and then I would generally get a walk-in in the morning, a walk-in around midday, and then a walk in the evening. And that has been pretty consistent. I won't say that I've got it 100% of every day. I don't track on Sundays. I don't track anything on Sundays, so I may or may not get it on Sundays. I still take walks. I just don't track anything. And this one trip, I did not stay in a hotel. I actually stayed with a family, which was amazing. I had a great time, and I think it really helped build a strong relationship with the partner, and we were able to get a lot done. And I just never pushed on looking for the right spot to walk. I did walk one morning, and I realized we were on kind of a dead-end street with two cul-de-sacs, and then it would be out to the main road. So I did not get a very lot done in there. And then the week after that, I went on another trip. That trip I did stay in a hotel, and the funny thing is I got most of my workouts in. I missed 2 workouts for the last 4 weeks. So I have been pretty spot on with workouts. It's just the walking that kind of lagged behind. And when I got home from my trip, the reason why I said I felt completely out of control is because I started hyper focusing on the fact that we don't have as much daylight. We're up here in Buffalo, New York, and it's we're probably getting about 9 hours of daylight, and that's a huge difference than what I built my new habits on. Because when I started really developing my current habits, it was probably, I was doing some walking for sure, probably February through May, but the 13,000 steps didn't come in until about June. So we were getting a lot more daylight, and I just could feel the impact to my emotional well-being, my physical well-being, the vitamin D production. I could tell it was happening, and I could just feel a difference in my physiology. So I was whining about it, and I was whining about it to my wife, and I was letting it cloud my judgment, right? That's thinking that is coming from a place of lack instead of a place of abundance, and a place of abundance and thankfulness, right? And just gratitude. I guess. And I was saying my gratitudes like I do every day, thankful for my feet, thankful for I have friends that I share the journey on, and thankful for having a strong mind and strong body and strong heart, and just promising to use them every day. And I was making those promises, but I wasn't, I was getting 6,000 steps a day and sulking because we didn't have any daylight. And, my wife helped me correct that because I was definitely feeling out of control. I was starting to panic about how the daylight's changing my routine, but guess what? It's changing it for everybody. And I still have 2 feet, and I still have 2 arms, 2 legs, still have a strong heart, strong body, and strong mind. So don't let yourself feel out of control. Remind yourself to be grateful for the gifts that you have, the gifts that were given to you, and just take care of those gifts and control what you can control. Don't worry about the things you can't control. I can't control that there's 9 hours of daylight unless I want to move to the equator. And, if that's what I want, then I will start doing that. But that hasn't happened in 51 years. And I don't think that's realistic, just because, we have grandkids that even though they're not close, they are close enough that we definitely wouldn't want to be that far away from them. And other reasons, family reasons. Obviously, we've got all of our children, except the grandkids and our oldest, have been raised in Buffalo. And, Felicia's getting married in the spring, and everybody's, grew up out here, and they're grounded here. So certainly not going to move to the equator. But the point is, when you start feeling out of control, remind yourself that you're alive, you can breathe, you can think, even though your thinking may not be like my thinking wasn't, it was clouded. You can move, even if you can't move fully and take a walk, you can move hopefully to some degree. Everybody's watching this, and and my apologies if somebody's watching this that can't move at all. I would even say moving while I was in my chair kind of became a thing too. But anyways, I hope this message hits somebody or helps somebody at the right time, in the right spot. And I wish everybody have an amazing day, and be grateful.